Hello friend, I am Mr. Gunudhar Chaugule. Today we have to discuss the performance of medium transmission line. There will be three different methods for the calculation of performance parameter of the transmission line. First one is the end condenser method, second nominal T method, and third one is the nominal pi method. First we have to discuss the end condenser method. For that we have to show the diagram. One phase of that three-phase transmission line will be shown. The IR is the load current per phase, C is the capacitance per phase, R is the resistance per phase, XL is the inductive reactance per phase. Cos phi R is the receiving end power factor and Vs is the sending end voltage per phase. In the end condenser method, line capacitance at the receiving end. Then we have to discuss the phasor diagram of the end condenser method. First we have to take the VR is the reference, IR is lag with the voltage by an angle phi R, then IC is current we have to draw, then we have to find the resultant current IS. From that the ISR is the voltage drop in the resistance, it will be in phase with the IS. Because of that we have to draw the line. Then we have to draw the inductive voltage drop, that is IS into XL, this one. Then we have to find the resultant IS into Z, and we have to find the resultant sending end voltage here Vs. Receiving end voltage vector VR is equal to VR plus J of 0. Then we have to find the load current IR. The IR is lagging with the VR, because of that current vector IR is equal to IR bracket of cos phi R minus J of sin phi R. Then capacitive current IC is equal to J of VR vector into WC. Then we have to put the value of W, that is 2 pi of, then IC vector is equal to 2 pi of C vector VR. Then we have to find the sending end current. IS is equal to, see in the diagram, IS is equal to, it is the summation of current through the capacitance plus receiving end current. Because of that vector IS is equal to IR vector plus IC vector. Put the values of IR into the equation and put the value of IC into the equation. We have to get the sending end current, that is IR cos phi R plus of J of bracket minus IR sin phi R plus of 2 pi FC VR. Then we have to find the voltage drop per phase is equal to IS vector into Z vector. Put the value of Z, that is R plus J of XL. Then we have to find the sending end voltage, that is vector Vs is equal to VR plus IS vector into Z vector. Put the value of Z, that is R plus J of XL into the sending end voltage equation. Then you have to get the final equation of sending end voltage. Then percentage voltage regulation is equal to Vs minus Vr divided by Vr into 100, and transmission efficiency is equal to receiving end power divided by sending end power into 100, that is receiving end power Vr IR cos phi R divided by Vr IR cos phi R plus IS square into R, that is copper losses. This is the end condenser method. Then we have to discuss the second method, that is nominal T method. The line capacitance at the middle of the transmission line, because of that resistance and inductive reactance of the line, it is divided into two parts. The R by 2 and XL by 2 on the sending end, and R by 2 and XL by 2 on the receiving end. Then IR is the receiving end current, R is the resistance per phase, XL is the inductive reactance per phase, cos phi R is the power factor receiving end, V1 is the voltage across the capacitance, Vs is the sending end voltage per phase. We have to draw the phasor diagram. First take the VR is the reference, then this IR will be lags the VR by angle phi R, then draw the IC, then we have to find the resultant IS. Then IR into R by 2 is the voltage drop in the resistance, it will be in phase with the IR, because of that we have to draw this one. Then we have to draw the IR into XL by 2, this is the leads the current, this will be the angle. Then we have to find the resultant. From that we have to find the voltage across the resistance at the sending end, Is into R by 2. It will be in phase with the Is, because of that we have to draw this one. Then next one is the inductive reactance drop, Is into XL by 2. Then we have to find the resultant. From that we have to find the Vs is the resultant, and the angle between the Vs and Is is the phi S. Receiving end voltage VR is equal to VR plus J of 0. Load current vector IR is equal to IR bracket of cos phi R minus J of sin phi R, because IR is lags the VR by angle phi R. Voltage across C is equal to vector V1 is equal to VR, that is receiving end voltage plus voltage drop across the R by 2 and XL by 2, that is IR into vector Z divided by 2. We have to find the vector V1 by putting the values of IR, that is cos phi R minus J of sin phi R, and put the value of Z by 2, that is R by 2 plus J of XL by 2. Then capacitive current IC is equal to voltage divided by capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance is 1 upon J omega C, that is vector V1 divided by 1 divided by J omega C. From that we have to get J omega C into V1 is equal to, put the value of omega, that is 2 pi FC into V1. Here we have to write the J, that is J here, J 2 pi FC into vector V1. Then sending end current is equal to I vector Is is equal to IR vector plus IC vector, and from that we have to get the sending end voltage vector Vs is equal to V1 vector plus Is vector into Z by vector Z divided by 2, and we have to get the, put the value of Z, and we have to get the final equation of sending end voltage. This is the second method for calculation of performance parameter of medium transmission line. The third method is nominal pi method. In that method, line capacitance is divided into two parts, that is C by 2 and C by 2. One is placed at sending end and one is placed at the receiving end. Then IR is the receiving end current, R is the resistance per phase, XL is the inductive reactance per phase, C is the capacitance per phase, cos phi R is the power factor at the receiving end, Vs is the sending end voltage per phase. Then receiving end voltage vector VR is equal to VR plus J of 0. Then load current IR is equal to vector IR bracket of cos phi R minus J of sin phi R, because load current lags the VR. Then charging current at load end, that is IC1. See, at the load end IC1 is equal to vector VR divided by capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance is 1 upon J omega C by 2. From that we have to get J pi FC vector VR. Then we have to draw the phasor diagram. First take the VR as a reference. Then IR is the receiving end current, lags the VR by phi R. Then draw the IC1. From that we have to get the load current resultant. Then draw the IC2. From that we have to get the IS. Then IR is the voltage drop in the resistance. It will be in phase with the IL, because of that we have to draw this one. Then IXL is the voltage drop in the inductive reactance. Then we have to draw the resultant, that is Vs. The line current IL is equal to, see in the diagram, IC1 plus IR. Then sending end voltage Vs, vector Vs is equal to vector VR plus vector IL into vector Z. Put the value of Z, then we have to get the final equation. Then charging current IC2 at the sending end, that is vector Vs divided by capacitive reactance. From that we have to get J omega C by 2 into vector Vs. Put the value of omega 2 pi f, 2 will be gets cancelled. Then we have to get the J of pi fc vector Vs. Then sending end current vector Is is equal to vector IL plus vector IC2. Thank you. These are the three methods for the performance of calculation of medium transmission line. Thank you, friends.